Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now this one's going to be a lot more similar to the last one I made, in that it's just going to be a bit of a rant. Now this rant is going to be about school. Now, I think we've all been to school at some point. Because, it's school, it's kind of mandatory. But as a teenager, I am currently still in school, so I have very vivid memory of all the crappy things that happen at school. By the way, trigger warning, there might be a couple swear words in this video. If you can't handle that, too bad. Don't watch this video then. Hit the like button if you've ever been to school. And let's get into it. Number 1. Toilets. I think we can all agree that school toilets are weird, right? School toilets, well, there's a lot of different types of school toilets. You got the decent school toilets, which are the toilets that don't have anything in the stall, on the walls, or within the bathroom itself. It's just essentially a normal bathroom. That's about as good as it gets. Then you have the bathrooms with graffiti on the walls. Like, James was here. Sorry, James. Or, well, sorry to anyone in the audience named James. Or, like, I don't know, something to do with, the naughty stuff. Why? Why must you write that in a toilet? Do you have nothing better to do than write random crap on a toilet stall wall? Then you have the people who, like, clog up the toilet for some fucking reason with, like, toilet paper, food things. I saw an Oak bottle in a toilet once. Like, at my school, I see more food than poop. Like, food packets and food than poop in the toilets. Not to say that I haven't seen poop in the toilets. There are people who just don't flush, which, just why? Why, you disgusting hog? Flush the damn toilet. So yeah, essentially, school bathrooms are dumb. And then you have the thing where they use tons of toilet paper, they just waste it all, and there's no toilet paper. And you know what, while we're on that subject, no soap. The amount of times that the bathroom has been out of soap, I cannot count them on both my hands. And that's this year alone. Now, I will admit, there is a couple things about school bathrooms that, well, aren't horrible. Actually, no, there really isn't. Just school bathrooms are just kind of dumb in general. Oh, also, the locks never work. You know that there's at least... So, say there's 6 toilets in the stall, you know that there's at least 2 of them. So, here's what would happen. You walk into a stall, you walk into a, toilet block, 6 stalls. 2 of them, the locks don't work. Another 2 have, an Oak bottle, or, I don't know, some dude's lunch just shoved in there. Then another toilet they didn't flush, which is the one you go with because you just flush it and then just do your business. And then the final one just, is missing a lid or the lock. TLDR, school toilets are absolute horseshit. Alright. Next point. The students in general. I think we all know how dumb some kids are. And yeah, there's a ton of stereotypes surrounding school kids and teenagers especially. But I know that some of them, well, most of them, are based in some level of reality. I know this because I've seen them at my school. So, you have the kids who think they're such big men that they just don't follow the rules at all. And they think that they're so cool, they're such sigmas or whatever the word is nowadays. And they don't look like sigmas or cool guys or badasses at all. They just look like fucking knobheads. Grow up. Just follow the rules unless the rule is completely fucking pointless and dumb. Alright? If a rule said, oh, you're a public school, you gotta wear blazers and like a top hat to school every day, yeah, fuck that rule. No one gives a shit about that rule. But if it's a rule like, oh, I don't know, flush the fucking toilet, just do it. Also, I have realized that there's a lot more swear words in this video than a couple, so... fuck it. So, I have made my stance about those sorts of kids. But then you have the kids who just don't do any work on the school group project. Like, you're just letting the team down, man. And I know this because I used to do this. I remember very vividly back in, like, I don't know, grade 8 or something, just completely messing up. Well, not messing up, but like completely neglecting a group assignment and leaving the brunt of it to my peers. And they weren't very happy about it. And since then, well, mainly at the start of like this school year, I've been getting a bit more studious. And I haven't done that in, I don't know, year, maybe a bit more than a year, I think. I don't know. But still, I know other people that do it, and I know that I used to do it, and I know that it's fucking stupid. Stop right now. Are there any other kids that I really hate? Oh yeah, one final thing to end on. The racist kids. Like, stop being racist. It doesn't help you at all. Alright. No, next point is school uniforms. Now, in the land down under, we don't have very many schools, if any schools, with dress codes. So if you're watching this in America, which I doubt anybody would watch the channel with like 10 subs in America, the Aussie channel with 10 subs, no, dress codes are dumb, but so are uniforms. The thing with uniforms, right, their main purpose or their main goal is to create a sense of equality. Like, oh, you don't have the rich kids flexing their like Gucci shirts, which by the way, who gives a shit if someone wears a Gucci shirt to school? And then you have the poor kids who like wear essentially rags. Okay, that was a bit of an overstatement. Like the poor kids that can't afford the Gucci stuff, you know? Dumb shit like that. And then you get to the uniforms, and it's like fucking $40 for a shirt. Like, no, I'm not paying fucking $40 for a shirt I'm gonna wear for like maybe a year at most. And even then, I'm gonna have to buy multiple of those shirts. Well, parents are. But like, my family's gonna have to buy multiple of those shirts because we don't have the time to do washing every night. And then you got another uniform, the sports you got two uniforms, formal and sports. A full formal uniform with socks, shirt, shorts, and hat. Well, hat would be more in line with sports uniform. But yeah, both of them together, like both uniforms, fully, cost about $100 each for the full uniform. Wait, no, probably not 100, but definitely like at least 60 or 70 per uniform. And you're going to need like 3 or 4 of those for 1 week. And then you have the fucking hats, which cost like 10, 15, 20 bucks, which is ridiculous. And then you have the bags. If your school, like mine, has a uniform policy on the bags, it is dumb as hell. You're not allowed to bring in any bag except the school-appropriated bag, which, you know, oh, kids can't bring in their Louis Vuitton bags or Gucci bags. Like, again, who the fuck gives a shit? But they cost like 60 bucks for one bag. And instead of that bag, you know, lasting you your entire school year, they rarely last more than like 3 or 4 years. So you have to buy 2 of them. Which is fucking ridiculous. If you're selling the only bag that the students can have, at least make it like some fucking super bag if it's going to be that expensive. Yes, it's got a fair few pockets, but like, I don't give a crap how, well, I don't give a crap how many pockets a bag has. As long as it's got one big pocket and one smaller pocket. That's all I need. What I need is for the bag to last more than 4 years. Because currently, my bag zipper can only zip about 3/4 of the way up, two-thirds of the way up the bag, because the other half is just completely fucking deteriorated. Not other half, but like other third has completely fucking deteriorated. Alright. That's enough about the uniforms. Let's move on to the next thing. Subjects. This is a bit of a short one. But yeah, subjects. Subjects are dumb as hell. Like, I know from my schooling that the Great Fire of London was in 1666. I learned that in primary school. Which is essentially like elementary school, in case there's any American watchers. Not that, I don't know. I don't really need to give that info, but what the fuck ever. So, yeah. I learned that in primary school. I also learned in primary school that the reason plants are green is because of a thing called chlorophyll. Why the fuck do I know this? This is never going to help me in life. I don't need to know when a random fire took place in London 350 fucking years ago. I don't need to know it. You know what I don't know, though, that I do need to know? How to go about filing my taxes if I was going to start my own business, or how to go about getting a mortgage. Wouldn't have a fucking clue. Because, why would we need to know that? It's not like it's going to, define our entire lives until we retire. And then, the dumbest part is, they don't even... well, yes, there are classes that teach you a little bit about taxes and mortgages, that sort of economic stuff. But it's not a mandatory class. It's a class that you can take at the earliest, mid to late high school. Which, I suppose is fair, that's around the time we get into taxes. But, if it's not a mandatory class, no one's going to take it. Because there are other not mandatory classes that everyone likes a lot more. Why do economics when you can do, media arts or drama, something much more fun, for me personally? So why do I know which Viking took a shit in a river 900 fucking years ago and a bowl that I got in year 6 instead of all that more important stuff? Final topic for this video, the teachers. There are a lot of different types of teachers. You got the teachers that are actually competent, the good teachers, the ones that, actually give you decent, the ones that allow you to learn the subject well, and the ones that, allow you to develop a liking of the subject. Because contrary to what the teachers say, don't pick a subject because there's a teacher in it, because, I don't know, you shouldn't let that define it. A good teacher can radically change the way you view a subject. I remember I hated drama in primary school and early high school. But then I got 2 good drama teachers in a row, and now I quite like drama. See, if you have bad teachers, your view of the subject is associated with the teacher, somewhat. So if you have shitty teachers, you'll think the subject is shitty. But if you have goated teachers, you'll think the subject is goated. Well, there are a lot more other variables, but teachers are one of the biggest... Well, TLDR. Teachers are one of the biggest influences on how students view a subject. So give us good teachers. So you have the teachers that don't do anything to help their class. They give out a worksheet and okay, go ahead and do stuff. Say it's Spanish class. You get given out a worksheet to do for the lesson, and they don't give you any resources, and they tell you can't use Google Translate. What the fuck? I can't speak fluent fucking Spanish. Well, I did Spanish lessons earlier in high school. I can't speak fluent fucking Spanish. I don't know what this word means. This word being, Buenos Dias, but, this was, very beginning of the thing. I didn't know what it meant. And I don't think anyone else did either. So let us fucking have resources. Either teach us what they mean and then quiz us on it, or fucking let us use Google Translate. You entitled fuck. You stupid fuck. And then you have the teachers that are way too fucking strict and way too fucking old. Like, I remember I had a maths teacher who I will, not name for obvious reasons, but she was a right old goose. She was old. An old teacher. All the old teachers are just dumb. I'll go on to a bit of a rant about that in a minute. But she barely ever gave us any help with work. She essentially just gave us, stuff to do and let us do it. Which, sure, for some kids, might be nice. But for me personally, I kind of need someone to help me through things. And that's how I ended up mistaking area for perimeter on the exam that I took that term. Yeah, that was fun. Actually, I don't think that had anything to do with that teacher. I think that was just me being an absolute fucking dumbass. Yeah, it probably was. Anyways, enough about me being a living skill issue. Let's talk about just old teachers. Old teachers are dumb. Just stupidly dumb. Because, at this point, right, the teacher's 60, in their 60s, right? They're fucking done with the job. They're sick of the kids. They're sick of everything. They're sick of coming to work every day. So they're a miserable old twat. And the kids hate it as well because the teacher's a miserable old twat who doesn't help them with anything. Either quit, get a new job, leave, or quit and leave are the same thing. Leave or get fired, mate. Does the principal owe these teachers, does the principal owe these teachers or something? Just fucking fire them. They've gotten to the point where the kids don't appreciate them and they don't appreciate the kids, which you kind of have to have in order to be a successful teacher. Jesus fucking Christ. Also, quick other side tangent on older teachers. They don't know how to use technology, which I suppose is fair. The technology is evolving much, much faster than I think anyone's able to keep up with relatively easily. But, when you see a 60-year-old teacher trying to figure out how to work a fucking whiteboard, it's kind of sad. Either give all your teachers, or all your, older teachers that you think may need it, that need it, a, tutorial on how to use this shit, or get younger teachers that actually know how to use the shit. So yeah, anyways, that was most of the video. By the way, this new background screen thing, I drew that in school instead of doing work in math, because who the fuck wants to do work in math? So yeah, if you like it, hit the like button. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna leave it off here. Alright, I will see you guys maybe some point in the next 7 years. Ta-da!